Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the Final Fantasy Brave Exodus video, and today we've got for you some news in regards to a collaboration, as well as Beach Blaster Olive and the Final Fantasy IV New Vision Awakenings. But before we get into that, I got a very quick announcement in regards to my sponsor. I can't believe I actually saying that. I have a sponsor to this video and to the channel, Amazon Coins. As well as I've got an announcement for an event for you guys that you can participate in. So let's get into that very quickly. I'm going to be here delivering some information involving the Final Fantasy Universe and Clash of Communities 2022 information and a sponsorship from Amazon. Yes, I'm being sponsored by Amazon. It's surprising, right? I didn't think I'd ever be sponsored ever. So, very quickly, let's get into it. So, Clash of Communities is going to be coming yet again. If you remember, last time you voted for special things like which side you were on. For example, I think last time was War of the Visions or Final Fantasy Brave Exodus, who wins, and stuff like that. But this time it's going to be a little different. But firstly, there's going to be a 3% off Amazon coins back on select in-game purchases, and here are the in-game purchases, and pay attention to those dates. All the information is going to be linked down below in the description and also pinned comments for you guys. So, and you get the offer. First, you got to download the Amazon App Store version of Final Fantasy Brave Exodus or the Visions Final Fantasy Brave Exodus on your Android or Amazon compatible device. If you're already playing on a different store, make sure you click on that nicely colored click here for instructions button to figure out how to do that to get to the Amazon App Store. And then you launch the Amazon App Store on your version of the Final Fantasy Brave Exodus or the Visions and link your account. You're ready to start saving. Making in-game purchases on anything that is listed here for those dates, and you will be able to receive 3% Amazon coins back on your purchase. And if you need more Amazon coins, you'll save up to 20% off on apps and in-game purchases using Amazon coins today. And you'll be able to click on that nicely colored button right there to find out what packs you can buy. And they'll be able to also click on here to find out the terms and conditions it offers above. And like I said before, the offer will be available if you click on the description or in the pinned comment. All the information will be down below. So let's talk about the Creator Clash. All right, so this is the official Clash of Communities 2022 server, and you'll be able to access this very soon. Let's talk about some of the rules here and conditions. So this is in cooperation with the Amazon App Store. This is not an association at all with Global Side of Gumi, Final Fantasy, or War of the Visions. This is an Amazon event. And the way you'll be able to get into this is if you react to this with a thumbs up button. You'll have to be sure that you're 18 years or older, and you're also living outside of China and Japan. RIP to those people that are not in those living in those places. Sorry about that. But the terms and conditions, they are brought to you by a team of War of the Visions and Final Fantasy Brave Exodus creators, including myself and all the other beautiful people that are listed right there. So very nice that we're all coming together for this event. And from the 17th to the 31st, you'll have access to the a special offer, 3%. We already talked about that. So there'll be a link down. There'll be a link in this. And if for some reason you can't find more information, there's a link as well in this Discord for you guys. So you'll be able to participate in the Clash event by submitting some artwork of either Lastful or Jaden, or submit a picture of your own cosplay in any Final Fantasy Brave Exodus universe character, whether Final Fantasy Brave Exodus or the Visions. And you'll be able to try to win exclusive prizes from the FFBE universe. To join the event, post your creations on the dedicated channel, and make sure you pay attention to these dates here. And it has to be there's 3 conditions here. It has to be the Lastful, Jaden, or a picture of your own cosplay of any Final Fantasy Brave Exodus character, either in War of the Visions or Final Fantasy Brave Exodus. And to vote, you determine the 3 winners. Please vote, and you'll be able to find that information there. And there's the open and closing periods of the event right here. And the 3 creators with the most votes at the end of the period will be able to declare the winners. And make sure you join the live stream on Oren J's channel on Twitch to find out who will be the winner. And the announcement of the winner will be on the 10th of the next month, which is September. And once again, this is not global, and also War of the Visions is not a sponsor of this event. This is not an official event of either side. This is all from Amazon. And that's it, guys. So if you have any more questions, leave them in the comment section down below. And that's going to be it. So hope to see you in the Discord server. Peace. Alright, thank you, past Deus. Anyways, let's get into the news here. Beast Blaster, Olive, and the New Vision Awakenings, and Lastwell, who's not getting New Vision Awakening for some reason. Don't know why that is. We also have the Free Vision card, we'll be talking about that. And the step up is pretty standard, but we got Beach Blaster Olive here, and she does not look very premium because of her vision card we'll be looking at. But her STMR is very good for herself. She gets 150% TDH and also 750 magic. Keep in mind as well, it's two-handed, 240 magic. It's pretty decent. Her TMR actually allows you to equip guns, so that's pretty good. And also 50% LB damage boost. That's actually pretty good. So you can ignore the magic part and just say, oh, you can equip guns and 50% LB damage boost. Good. Very good very good TMR. I also got Rube Conte, who's getting some upgrades. I'll be mentioning all this stuff probably in my review. Not gonna go too much into it. I'm running out of time here. I'm on a time crunch, as they say. So we'll be looking at all that kind of good stuff. But I'm glad that they're finally coming. I thought they would be coming in a Final Fantasy IV event with Cecil, but apparently they're doing it now. And Lastwell. All right, we've got Raxcolotl here, who is really cute, and I can't believe we're actually fighting him, but he'll do some earth and water attacks. Also does some physical attacks that ignore cover and provoke effects, very similar to the series boss battle of Arden. Very similar to that, so we need some guts, need some tankiness. You need a lot of that stuff, I'm sure, just like one of the ones before. Buffs and grants Mirage, pretty standard. The way to counter that is Barrage, usually. Buff self when HP falls before 50%, not too bad. Counters if not deal with those elements, that's okay, but the last one is very head-scratching. Counters if attack or magic is reduced, and usually you'd want to do that on bosses. Especially if you're going to be doing a rank 1 clear, you're probably going to want to do that, because he's probably going to be hitting way too hard otherwise. So hopefully maybe the counters are not enough to deal with. Like the trade-off is breaking him and is worth it to be countered, I suppose. I don't know. Everything else here is pretty new. I mean, pretty much the same, guys, so I'm not going to go into that. We also got the War of the Visions universe enhancement event. Nothing here too special. It's all pretty much the same. Now, nothing here is really that different. But if you missed any of this stuff, then it's here for you. We've also got the Creepy Malice Extreme, or Expert, whatever you want to call it, and Extreme sounds better. We've got the Anti-Malice Amulet. It's not as good as the other amulet, the one that gives full status immunity, but this also gives some 10% aquatic and demon mitigation, physical and magical. That's actually pretty good for certain situations. I would recommend getting that for sure. And then you get a Mr. Crystal after 7 turns, which is pretty generous. More story, I'm not going to go into that, just more story for you guys. We've got her own vision card, the new unit, and hers is obviously not premium, but it does have some killers on it, and it does have a little bit of magic, but it's not premium, obviously, but it's okay. I'm not so sold on this right now. The artwork is top tier, 10 out of 10, but the effects rely completely on the blade work sharp as ice, because the other two things are not as amazing. The Avian Killer is nice, but Machine Killer we pretty much can easily do, because of Cindy's STMR gives 100% already. So the last one is going to have to be very good in order to think that this is going to be worth it, because otherwise you're just pulling through the artwork. And the last one is probably going to be free, guys, because I mean, look at it. Just look at the abilities. I mean, it's free. We got the Shard Dungeon permanently, and it's actually, by wording, and by fine print, it's probably going to be better than the JP version that's not being doubled. And what I mean by that, sometimes the JP version doubles their Shard Dungeon, so sometimes it's 2 to 4. But we're getting 3 per day, so whenever JP's not doubling it, we're actually getting more shards than the JP version on average. If it is 3 per unit, if they kind of lie a little bit about it and they get you excited and it's still 1 to 2 or 1 to 3, that's not as good. But if it's 3 each day, that's not bad. I mean, obviously you guys would rather have 5 per unit, but that's okay. We can deal with 3. We've got some free stuff here in the story. Remember when I was talking about the Rundus hat? This will be very helpful for Tyvus. Very good for him. Tyvus will be able to be very, very strong now. You wanna put for the burst, because the assault one is only for his regular LB, and this burst is for his SLB. We've also got the jet black silk ribbons, which is very good for a free hat for Leftia. 100% amp for fire. You guys know how it is nowadays. You wait 3 turns, and on the 3rd turn they get a burst of 100% fire amp. Very good. It's very good. I got a pretty much a bait step up here for you guys. I wouldn't recommend pulling this, honestly, unless you have a lot of lapis and you're a whale, or just someone who spends money on this game. I wouldn't recommend this otherwise, because this is here. I mean, olive is here. Why wouldn't you want to pull for olive instead? So there's a lot of things in the shop, but this is probably going to take priority, in my opinion. This is going to take priority. Everything else in here is yeah. So there's that. Alright guys, so what do you guys think about Olive? Is she amazing? Is she all what you wished for? I mean, I was expecting just for them to do something else entirely, but this is something unexpected. This is something nice. For those of you who weren't hoping for Speedo Lastfall, I'm sorry to tell you that it's probably not going to happen, sadly. Wait for next year. And that's been happening every single year since then. Wait for next year, wait for next year. I don't know if it's ever going to happen. Because they're catering to their majority of their audience, which is, you know, male. Maybe eventually they'll do. I mean, they could have definitely given Aloha Lastfall a Neo Vision Awakening, and they could have just given him, you know, I don't know if I can even mention this on YouTube. So just use your imagination. But they could have given him a Neo Vision Awakening. So they put him on here on the banner for no reason. Who cares about 5 stars anymore? Really, honestly, no offense to you 5-star lovers out there. You few of you. Alright guys, that's going to be it for this video. Again, make sure to tune into the description and also the pinned comment to find out information, including the Creator Clash, or the Clash Community, sorry. I'm going to be mixing that up a lot because that's what I kind of know what it was called before. Anyways, I'm going to get out of here. Thank you guys very much for watching. Appreciate you, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.